Hello, everybody, and welcome to Reviews That Don't Matter with Jessica Hitt. My name is Jessica Hitt, and on today's episode, yes, it's Monday, so we are talking Game of Thrones. Eastwatch is the name of the episode. Season 7 is this season, and you know what? I really liked this episode. So far, this season has not had a dud episode, in my opinion. There are parts of this episode I wasn't crazy about, and there are parts of it that I was just like sky high crazy about. So let's get to those really quick. Guys, Gendry is back. I am so excited. I thought it was a great introduction or reintroduction to his character, which we have not seen in 3 seasons. And you know what? I've missed Gendry so much. And when the title sequence is going and I saw Joe Dempsey's name on there, I was just like, I had to pause, rewind, and watch it again because I got so excited. I loved how he was just chilling in Flea Bottom right under Cersei's nose where all of the Red Capes are trying to get him and they don't know he exists anymore. They don't even remember that. So much crap has happened since that whole thing of the, Robert Baratheon of the Bastards type thing that they don't remember. They don't at all. And you know what? I loved the scene Davos coming to go get him, and Gendry is just so ready to get the hell out of there with his new warhammer, just like his father, and he's embracing his heritage, which I love, considering we've had a lack of Baratheon for quite a while now, and it's very sad. I miss the Baratheons. I feel like that would be my house. I would be House Baratheon. They have a great slogan, and ours is the Fury. They're a stag. It just, they're one of the top 4 houses of Game of Thrones, and we haven't had a Baratheon for like 2.5 seasons, I feel like. It's been probably like a season and a half, but you know what? I thought Sam was kind of boring. Okay, we're going back to Gendry. Really liked it. I do think, while I really enjoyed it, it made me laugh. It was a little on the nose with the whole Davos and the, I thought you might still be Rowan thing. I mean, literally, the creators and the writers of Game of Thrones put a meme into the show. I mean, come on. It was a little on the nose. I still really enjoyed it, though. Kind of took me out of the episode just a tiny bit. But you know what? We got to see Davos try to talk his way out. And he did talk his way out of that whole thing until, of course, Tyrion Lannister, who's just really killing it this season, decides to walk up and just keep walking instead of just, like, ducking really quick and hiding behind a bush. That's what I would have done. Come on. They don't think you're probably the only dwarf in King's Landing. Like, come on. You don't think they'll notice you, especially with the scar and those poor guards. They should have just kept going. But no, they got a warhammer to the face, which was awesome to see, I will say that. Also, Gendry and Jon, the friendship we never knew we wanted, like, oh my god, it totally worked. I liked the fact that they were like, our dads were best friends, let's fight together, kind of thing. I really enjoyed that. And I like how he was just like, I'm gonna go get a White Walker with Jon. Like, God. It was a great reintroduction, and I don't think he's going to be dying anytime soon, especially considering he is quite literally the last Baratheon. And I don't think that they'll want to wipe that house, even though they've been wiping houses out here near. Tarly's gone. I mean, geez, Dany just smoked him, which was kind of sad. You know what? I'm not a fan of Randall Tarly. I don't like the way he treated his child and Sam, but Dick Gone was not that bad. He kind of won me over in that fight, by saving Jaime that one time. But, he had honor, and I liked that a little bit. And the Tarleys had it coming, especially considering they completely screwed over House Tyrell, which is also off the map. Like, oh my god, they're just demolishing houses left and right. Holy crap. And quite honestly, I did think that Dany might have had a real reason as to why she decided to turn the Tarleys into, baby back ribs. They didn't bend the knee, and she was showing everybody what happens. And I don't think it was so crazy to do. I don't know why I know Tyrion's, worried about her possibly becoming her father. I don't think it's going to happen. I think that they're going to tease it a lot more, but let's be real. The Mad Queen of this series is Cersei, who is also pregnant. I mean, oh my god, or pregnant. Let's see if we believe that. Also, I feel like these last 2 episodes of Game of Thrones, they're trying to make us believe that, Cersei and Dany and Jon and everybody can kind of play nice and all defeat the White Walkers together and possibly have, like, a stop to the war for just a little bit, like a little time out, And I feel like Cersei's still going to die this season. I really do. And with the baby, I think so. You know what? I do. I do. And let's be real, it's still going to be Jaime killing her. It's going to be Jaime killing her. It has to be. Who else would kill her? You think Tyrion's going to do that? No. Tyrion's not going to do that. But basically, I think that Cersei's going to try something a little sneaky with Dany during this whole little, like, stop fighting time. There was a word for it in the show that I just totally forgot, so I'm just kind of, like, making words up as I go. And I think that Dany's going to be like, screw you, Dracarys, and she's going to be gonzo. Well, that's probably not going to happen. Jaime's going to kill her, like I said earlier. But still, she's going to try something. It's not going to work. Also, we're feeling some real sexual tension between Jon and Dany, which I personally really didn't think we were going to get because technically they are related. I mean, Dany is his aunt, so that's a little awkward. But, they just found out. And in Game of Thrones, that's really not that weird. It's really not. So let's just go with it. And I'm kind of totally for it because they do have great chemistry, Kit Harington and Emilia Clarke. They have great chemistry. And I kind of liked seeing Dany kind of start to, like, almost freak out when Jon was like, I'm going to go up north and I'm going to go risk my life to go try and find a White Walker to prove it to everybody. I really enjoyed that. And you know what? I kind of liked it as a slap in the face to Jorah. I know everybody really likes Jorah, and I enjoy him, but I don't think that he's, like, the greatest thing ever. And I'm still pissed about the easy out for the grayscale. I mean, seriously? That easy? Really makes me mad. Really makes me mad. And I do think that he's not going to be surviving this whole season. Or series, actually. I don't think he's going to survive the series. I don't know if he's going to die at all. I feel like that would just be heart-wrenching to a lot of people, which is exactly up Game of Thrones alley. So that's a thing. Also, we went to Eastwatch, which is, of course, the title of this episode, and we get this big, like, reuniting scene with Gendry and the Hound and Beric Dondarrion and Thoros of Myr, and then there's Jorah, and then there's Sir Davos, and then there's Jon. Like, oh my God. It was almost just like, there's too many connections. Also, I cannot remember how Thoros of Myr and Jorah Mormont know each other. I don't know if that was, like, way back in the day they knew each other, or if there was a scene that I just completely spaced out and totally forgot about. I don't remember. Or maybe it's one of those things where it was talked about in the books, but never really talked about in the show. But I do like this, Magnificent Seven going out and trying to find a White Walker, which is going to be fantastic. And I like the way they ended it because this was almost like we've gotten so much action in most of the episodes. This is a setup to the penultimate and the finale of this season. And I thought it did a great job. And I'm very interested to see where they go. Also, what I really liked, Gilly, I mean, she's just coming in with the clutch. Holy crap. Like, you teach Gilly how to read, and she finds the biggest plot point in Game of Thrones ever with Rhaegar Targaryen annulling his marriage to Elia Martell and getting married at the same time to Lyanna Stark, obviously. And I'm very interested to see how this comes back up. Did Gilly keep that book, and she's still going to be reading it, and then someone's going to be like, let me take a look at that. Something's a little weird. Or is she going to just, like, come out and be like, no, Lyanna Stark and Rhaegar, they were married. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I think that's so interesting. Also, Sam just left the Citadel. I feel like that was, like, I don't know. Like, it didn't feel like it was earned, his, like, rage at leaving. Like, what did he think was going to happen? That they were just going to trust him and, like, give him everything? He's new. These people have been around for so long that they don't think this stuff could happen. I mean, it was just like, and also he takes all this stuff, but, like, how do you know you took the right stuff? Like, you could go through all of that, and you could have left the book behind that had all of the important answers. Like, but magically, of course, they're going to pick the book that, like, really is to their advantage. And we, of course, get to some of the stuff I didn't really care much. Arya being home is just, like, not that exciting. It's not as exciting as I thought it would be. And also, Arya has zero right to be telling Sansa how to run Winterfell and how. I mean, no. Sansa and Jon at least have been in the whole like political game. They've seen all this stuff. Arya's been totally out in nowhere land learning how to become a faceless man. Like, do not try and tell Sansa that she needs to behead these people who suggested that she should be the Queen of the North. Even though, of course, I think that all of this, Arya versus Sansa thing is all a ploy and it's going to be kind of turned around into they've been working together and they know exactly what they're doing to Littlefinger, and it's going to be Littlefinger's demise. I don't know, like, come on. Arya, I feel like Arya is just being really petty and like she is treating Sansa like how she should have been treated in the first like season. And Sansa's a completely different person. And while she still has some of those attributes to her, like she has, first of all, matured enough to become a fan favorite, which is something that season 1 viewers probably never thought they would say. I mean, that's crazy. I don't know. I just hope it's a really good payoff. I really do. If it's a full thing where Arya and Sansa are actually like legitimately at odds together, that will I won't be happy with that. I don't like that storyline at all. Plus, I hate Littlefinger and I want him gone. I don't like his character. I'm sick of it. I think he's boring. I think he's completely overrated and that he needs to just die. That's what I think. Also, he's going to be useless against the White Walkers. He can't do anything except for scheme. Also, are we on Death Watch officially for the last 2 episodes? Who do you guys think is dying? Let me think. I still think that Cersei is going to die at some point, at least this season. I really do think she's going to die this season. Or maybe at the beginning of next season. And then Littlefinger I think is going to die by the end of this season. I think it'd be crazy if he survived to next season. I do think people in that little Jon Snow Magnificent 7 party are going to die. I mean, if all 7 of them make it out alive, it would be amazing because I kind of just love them all together. Like, that's an interesting group. And also, they're like really badass fighters. All of them are really great in their own way. And the Hound better not die. Jeez, he needs to live. I could see Beric and maybe Thoros dying, and I do think that Jorah might die at some point. But who else? Who else is going to die? I mean, I think Grey Worm is pretty much a goner. We haven't heard from him in a while. I don't know. Maybe Jaime will die, but he could be Azor Ahai. I don't know. I really don't. Also, who's the 3rd head of the dragon? We still don't know. Everyone thinks it's either going to be like Bran in a wargy way, or you think it's going to be Tyrion. I feel like those are too obvious, though. It could be somebody. It's going to be like Gendry, isn't it? Gendry coming in clutch right there. Love him. Love him to death. And I love this episode. Even though there were just a couple parts I did not like, overall, I left super high on it. I still think last episode was my favorite of the season and possibly of the series. But what do you guys think about it so far? I am so hyped for these last 2 episodes. I really want to know what other people are thinking. Comment down below. Like the video if you like it. You don't have to do that, but that would be nice. Also, subscribe. I do videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But Mondays are Game of Thrones days. Of course, do all of my reviews of the episodes. Wednesday and Thursday, I do reviews that don't matter. And, I don't know what I'm going to do Wednesday. No clue. So we'll see. Maybe Daredevil. I've watched Daredevil finally, first season and the 2nd season. So maybe I'll do that. I think I'll do that. So tune in on Wednesday for a Daredevil review. I'll see you guys later. Bye.